Hey everybody, so today I'm here to share with you our sick toddler must-haves. I have done a baby version of this forever ago, so I'll link you to that in case you were looking for things that are more appropriate for like babies or infants. And we are actually getting over our second round of sickness already. I feel like there's only like a couple months where illness is something that's not really going around. Sophie's been in preschool all of like an entire month and we've been sick twice, but that's just the name of the game, especially when it's your first year in public schooling. So that's just what we have to deal with. But these things I have been using over the past year with the girls and I've just loved them. Like I just keep turning back to them every time we're sick. I will make sure to include links to as much as I possibly can down below. I do tend to get most of these things in store because it's just something that I put in my grocery budget. It's just something I pick up at Walmart, you know, things like that. But I will see if I'm able to link a lot of it off of Amazon because I know some stuff I have gotten off there. But anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and jump in. The first thing I'm going to talk about is something that I don't have to show you because it's a little too big. It's put away and it's pretty common, but a Cool Mist humidifier. I know a lot of people go back and forth about warm versus cold when it comes to humidifiers and the mist that they put out. Cool Mist kind of kept it nice and cool and it was never like too hot or sticky or humid or anything like that. So that's what I've used with my girls as well and it has worked really well. The one that we have is this one. It's made by Crane. Honestly, we picked this up when just one of the times when someone was super congested, picked it up at Walmart, but I think it's actually less expensive on Amazon and I like it. I don't know really what else to say about it. It's a humidifier. I don't think you have to use filters with this one. We just fill it up. It runs really quietly. I don't know. It's a humidifier, but I just thought I would mention that because it is something that we do bring down every once in a while when it is needed. We don't use it every time, but it is something nonetheless. If they are sick, it's a possibility that we're going to use. So the next thing I want to mention is kind of like a combination of things, if you will. When the girls see this stuff coming, no one's really too excited, but when it comes to congestion, these are the things I use to fight it. So these are things I think might actually even be in my baby must-haves because you can use all of this with a baby. So no problem here, but I still use it for my toddlers. You know, my oldest is going to be 4 in just a couple of weeks. My youngest is 2.5, so I still use it for them and it works wonders. So the first things first, some Boogie Wipes. You know, I feel like everybody pretty much knows what they are, but they're saline wipes, so they're a little bit easier on the nose than just Kleenex or paper towels or tissue, you know, whatever you have. I just find these to be a little bit nicer if you're wiping their nose constantly, so that's why I use them. It's definitely not a need, but I feel like they help. And then the next thing is Saline Mist. You know, I have tried sucking out their nose, trying to get that congestion out without Saline Mist, and I just don't feel like it's nearly as effective as when you use something like this. This is just the brand I get. It's Little Remedies. There's different brands. It doesn't really matter. It's all salt water basically. What I do with this is I just spray it in their nose. I hold a Boogie Wipe underneath their nose to catch any of the free fluid coming out, and I just have them breathe through their mouths while we just let it sit for like maybe 10-15 seconds, and then that's when I go in with my tried and true nose Frida. I know there's a lot of people who like it, a lot of people who don't like it. I'm the only person who uses this on the girls. My mom won't do it, my grandparents won't do it, my husband won't do it. It does not bother me. You know, not using this is way worse than just doing it. You know what I'm saying? Even for my 4-year-old, blowing her nose is still kind of a hard concept, and you know, sometimes you can't get everything out with them just blowing their nose. My 2.5-year-old definitely can't blow her nose, and this is just amazing. It still, you know, fits in their nose. Basically the nose Frida just creates a little suction. It closes off the hole in the nostril and you just suck it out. And there is a filter, as you can see. Mine looks dirty, but it's not because I clean it out with hard water, so I have hard water stains. But there's a little filter in there, and you got this whole long tube. You know, you're not going to be sucking boogers, snot, whatever in your mouth, because it would have to go through this filter all the way through here, and trust me, it doesn't happen, and even if it did, you'd see it coming. So it's not nearly a big a deal as what some people make it out to be, but nonetheless, I really love this one. This is something that I've used since they were newborns. This is something I'm still using at 4 years old, and you would not believe how getting and sucking that congestion out makes them feel so much better. Like if Sophie's congested, she is not sleeping. But that is basically what I use to get their nose cleaned out. But even doing all that, it's not going to get rid of everything. So we do use some Breathe Easy Rub. This is the Honest Company brand. I think they've changed their packaging since the last time I bought some, but it's just clear. It looks like we haven't used any, but I feel like we've used it a ton. And it's just basically like Vicks, like a natural version of Vicks. Oh, I love the smell of this kind of stuff, honestly, but it's really, really great. I love this. This, again, is a product that I've used since they were babies to still. I use it. Mark uses it. Doesn't really matter. Everybody uses it, and it's really, really great. I feel like a lot of companies have their own natural version of Vicks at this point, so I feel like most of them you can't go wrong. I will say I can't speak to other brands, but I know with this Honest Company one, you can use this starting at 3 months with a baby. So I feel like you can get a lot of use out of it for everybody in your household. These next couple things, since we're already kind of on the topic of it, are essential oils. Now, I do not sell them, buy them, don't know a whole lot about essential oils. I know a lot of people are hardcore into them. Personally, I'm not into that. But I do know a good bit about aromatherapy thanks to my cosmetology school experience. We had quite a few classes on it. So I swear by these two right here. This is tea tree oil and this is peppermint oil. I bought both of these off of Amazon. I know there's probably going to be people who are like, don't buy oils off of Amazon, the quality, whatever. There's ways to test your essential oils to make sure that you're getting a good essential oil. Just do a quick Google search, you'll see how to test them. Both of these have passed that test, so I'm pretty confident in their quality. Like I said, I strictly use these for aromatherapy. That's as far as it goes with essential oils in my house. But I really love the peppermint and the tea tree oil because it just, oh my gosh, it smells so nice. It opens everything up. It's really so great when you're congested. And you can diffuse these, but I don't have a diffuser. So you know what I do? I just sprinkle it around the room. Honestly, I should just buy a diffuser, but it'd be one more thing that I'm worried about my kids touching in the room. But nonetheless, this works so great. It just smells great. I feel like it lets them breathe easier when they're congested. Like I said, Sophie does not sleep well at all when she's congested. It's a nightmare. But I found that the vapor rub, making sure she's all like as flushed out as she can with the nose Frida and stuff, it helps a ton. So I did want to mention these two because we do use them pretty regularly, like I said, just for aromatherapy, but I thought I would mention it because I feel like they do really help. I have even done it in our room, and like I said, I should probably get a diffuser, but at that point I would need like 3 diffusers, and it's just easier to like sprinkle it around the room. I'm probably making so many essential oil people cringe right now, but you know, this is just me. I'm just like a typical person who has access to Amazon Prime. Next thing that I want to talk about was some medicines. I know everybody has their own opinion on that as well, but I thought I would share what we use because there is so many options at the store. It is crazy. And I first got turned on to this brand because, like I said, Sophie had such a hard time sleeping over this past year at night when she's sick that we went out and we bought some nighttime medicine to kind of help with the sleepiness and kind of promote that. So I got the Hylands for Kids Cold and Mucus nighttime medicine, and this worked phenomenally. It does really, really good. We don't give this to them every single night that they're sick, but you know, you can just kind of tell when you might have a rough time with your kids and them sleeping and being sick. So that's when I tend to give it to her. This is definitely the stuff that is ages 2 and up. It says right on the bottle, you can see both of them here say 2 to 12. So that's why this is all toddler stuff. But then this past time when she got sick, I got this daytime medicine that was just cold and cough because she wasn't as mucusy this past time. It was more of a cough situation and sore throat. So I got this daytime stuff, and it helps a lot too. I do notice a difference with both of these medicines. It's not like it's just where you don't know if it's just like a placebo effect. I really do feel like it does help. Remy takes it down a little bit slower than Sophie does, but neither one of them have really complained or anything, and I just really recommend this. This is all the Hyland stuff that I've ever used is right here in my hand, but I really like these medicines that they have, and I do believe that they have like a cold and cough and then a cold and mucus for each one. So there's a nighttime version of this and there's a daytime version of that one. So this is just what I keep on hand. I kind of feel like they're the same, just kind of different marketing. But then the last little thing are these Little Remedies cough sore throat pops. I couldn't think of what they were called. But I got these because Sophie can now vocalize when she has a sore throat, and this past time she was sick, she did say that. And I got these kind of on a whim. You know, I really felt like they were just going to be a lollipop made with honey, and I thought it was just going to be like whatever. But I ended up getting sick as well, and it actually does taste like a very mild cough drop, you know, like what you would expect a kid's cough drop to taste like. That's what it tastes like. So they're not just lollipops made with honey. There's a little bit more to them than that. They're about a cough drop size, honestly. So that's what they look like. And they were pretty inexpensive, and you get a good bit in here. It says it has 10 pops inside, so I would recommend these. If they can't really handle lollipops in general, maybe skip this, but I thought I would mention it because it's been great for my toddlers. And of course we use stuff like Tylenol or ibuprofen or stuff if the girls spike a crazy fever, but you know, everybody has their own judgment and own calls on that, so that's kind of boring. But the last thing I wanted to mention was a thermometer. You guys have seen this before if you've watched several of my videos. This is an Extrasurgeon. Basically, I'll just turn it on right now. You just press down the button, you take it over their forehead right there, and as you can see, there's my temperature. So it's pretty straightforward, it's pretty easy to use, non-invasive. This is what both of our pediatrician offices have used, because we switched pediatricians once. Both of them use this, and I don't know, I saw them using it, and then I saw it at Walmart, and I was like, obviously if my pediatricians use it, it's probably very reliable and correct. So that's why we got it. It's a little bit expensive. I think it's around $30, but I highly recommend it because it's always been spot on for us, and I don't know, just can't say enough good things about it. That is everything for our sick toddler must-haves. I hope that this was helpful for you guys. Like I said, we are just now getting over round 2 of sickness. If you are watching this because you or your kids are sick, I'm sorry. I hope you make it through it fast. I hope these items are helpful. And yeah, like I said, I will try to link everything that I can down below, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks for watching.